Into the nylon nut. Oh, this is definitely backwards. Oh my God. I had to describe the peanut butter and jelly sandwich to the alien. Third time's a charm, right? Idiot. Idiot. So, because that's not it. Didn't really think about this. Oh my God. I'm an idiot. Where are you at? Got a couple things we did. Small nuts. Let's see what we got. Okay, yay for us. We got a couple things. All right, so I finally broke down. And, because, I bought that seat concept seat, the low profile one. And it's not, I don't think it's as comfortable as the tall profile. Even though it's the XL, it's comfortable in the width-wise, but it's not comfortable in the, I don't think it's, I don't know, I just might need to be broken in. But anyway, I got that Air Hawk pad or whatever that I hadn't even put on yet. And I was like, well, I had to take my saddlebags off to put that on. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking putting those back on, because I never liked them. But, they're $100 or whatever. So you get what you can afford. Well, I'm doing okay right now. So I broke down and I bought a few things. I bought what is this? The JNS Engineering headlight. LED, supposed to be plug and play. So hopefully that's the case. Yeah, it looks like it might be plug and play. Sweet. And it kind of looks like my Jeep LED. So hopefully that'll be golden. I did read that the bolts weren't correct, but that was, I think, that might have been for a 650, so hopefully it'll try it with this 400. All right, so I got that. And then the big spend, the big money, that was like 128, which it's gone down, because I looked a while back and they were not that cheap. Well, I went ahead and got some black Tusk aluminum panniers. I went back and forth over the silver and the black. And I decided, since everything on my bike is black, I should probably go black. So I did. So there we go. There's that. And I'm gonna heat those stickers up and take them off. And I got some Suzuki stickers coming that I'll put on there. But yeah, these were I got the racks too. And that was like $523, I think. But I've been going back and forth. I've been going back and forth in my head. If I'd have bought these in 2023, when I bought the bike, I would have saved myself probably $150 or more. They're way more expensive than they were a few years ago. But that's all right. They'll last forever, so I can put them on any other bike. So that's those, and then I got the pannier racks over here. Oh, and I got the handles, because those are $14. So I got the handles to go on top of them in case I want to take them off. And then this should just be the racks and the hardware. And I was thinking I was going to put them on today, but I don't know. There's not one single video for the DRZ 400 and these Tusk pannier racks. On the Rocky Mountain ATV channel, they have like 12 bikes that they do this for. But none of them are the DRZ 400. It's like, what? Come on. Tusk pannier rack, Suzuki DRZ 400. And yeah, now this is all going to come off. Didn't really think about this. It's going to be annoying taking all this shit off. I wish I would have just spent the money in the first place now. Well, that's a bolt. That's not a 5. Oh, there's nuts on the back of these. I mean, it has been, what, like 6 years since I put them on? It is a 13. It's a weird offset. Why would it be a 13? There is a video on the DRZ 600. Is that what it is? Is it 600 or 650? I think it's 600. Anyway, the other DRZ, there is one. And there's one for the Honda CL 300. Hell, there's one for the street version of my KLX 300, my Kawasaki. Like, what the heck, dude? But not for the DRZ. And the DRZ is way more of a, what I would consider a potential adventure bike than the frickin', what's it? Than the KLX, but whatever. I wonder if I even still have the directions and boxes for all that. Position the under fender mount below the subframe brace under the fender so the holes line up. Shit, you know what? I'm gonna need to clean this bike. So we're looking up under here. Oh no, that is definitely where my top rack is connected to. All right, I read through the manual. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have to do the brake light movement, but I am gonna have to clean off the bottom of that fender real quick because it's covered in mud. So I'm gonna do that before I continue. Hopefully that'll be okay. I'm gonna have to go right to the store because they go through here. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and I'm gonna have to get longer bolts for my rack because it's gonna have to go through. It calls for 20 millimeter bolts. I don't know what these are to measure them. I'm probably have to get double that, probably like 40 millimeter bolts for the difference of this, I guess. So yeah. All right, bolts acquired. Kind of hard to tell, like it is angled on one side, but the picture doesn't really define. Position the under fender mount below the subframe brace under the fender so the holes line up. These holes in the side mounting tab should be positioned towards the rear of the bike, as shown in figure 1. Again, kind of hard to tell. Start a 6 millimeter 20 blah 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 from the top through a large washer, 8 millimeter large washer, through the fender, through the subframe, through the under fender mount, through a 6 millimeter washer, into a 6 millimeter nylon nut. Tighten enough to remove the slack, but don't tighten all the way. That will go here. Then I need my spacer. Then I need my plastic piece. Oh wait, what do they want the large, oh they want the large washer. They actually want the large washer on the fender and not use the plastic piece at all. The plastic piece that the Moto people provided is to protect the fender. And if I use the plastic piece, that kind of defeats the purpose of distributing the mass across the plastic of the fender, I guess. So I guess I just won't use the plastic pieces. It's fine, I'm not worried about, oh, I got it through the wrong, idiot. I've just got it through a random hole. I just put it through this hole right here, that's fine. Okay, so we'll just do that. And that will distribute it all better. They're probably not, I mean, probably not supposed to be, like the Tusk rack probably mounts flush if you buy the actual Tusk rack that they sell, but I'm not buying another freaking rack. So we got the bolts I just bought, the washers that they came with, the spacers that they came with, their big washers that they want, and now I will proceed to lock that down. Well, not lock it down, but give it a little bit of how you doing. I couldn't find Allen bolt heads, so these are actually screw heads, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. This is not really. Okay, one of the nuts I bought were locking, one of them isn't, apparently. So I'm just going to use the old nuts that were on it, that were on the other bolts, because they should both be the same threads. And these bolts are a little bit long. Oh, God damn it, I'm an idiot. I'm forgetting the frickin' piece. Duh. Okay, now this piece, which should. I still feel like I need the plastic spacers in there. I think I should still use the plastic spacers. You can see how there's kind of some space there. I think I should fill that up, and plastic will give a little bit, so we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get.
There's still a slight gap. I don't love that, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
But okay, so. Oh, God damn it. I'm such an idiot. I forgot the damn. That's the second time. What the fuck is wrong with me? Third time's a charm, right? These do seem like awfully small nuts and washers for this big ass thing. But I think it's supposed to be this way. With the holes farther away. I mean, it says hole towards rear. I mean, both of those holes are to the rear, regardless of what you put it. This silver hole is that silver hole. It sure looks like it's closer to those. And it looks like they might want it like that. If it doesn't fit, I'll just have to frickin' switch it around. It's not right. I don't know why I don't get a clamp out of the shed and make my life easier just by clamping this real quick. Well, I was like, oh, this bolt's gonna be so too long. It's actually quite perfect. Okay, that's one. Yeah, at what point do I start having this stuff done for me? Because I'm just old and tired of fucking doing it. When I saw that there wasn't a video for it, and I saw how shitty the instructions were, because I really thought the instructions would be better. I didn't think it'd be, I mean, Jesus, you can't even, once you're charging this, you can't print it out in color. I mean, I get color ink's a lot more expensive than black and white, but it's also more detailed. Okay, next. All right, on the right side of the bike, remove the two smaller bolts in the passenger foot mount as shown in figure 2. So one's already gone because that's where my other rack was mounted. And here's the other one. Okay, that's 2. Oh, well, that's 1, but the other one was already gone. All right, on the right side of the bike, start an 8mm 25 by 25 millimeter hex bolt through the front upper pannier mounting tab through the subframe and thread loosely. One 8 by 25, which is the second biggest, and we have 4 of those. So that's these two. Start an 8mm by 25 hex bolt through the subframe plate and thread loosing into an 8mm nut. This 8mm flex hinge nut, because that's the only nut you gave me. Must be, but there's only. I don't know, okay. All right, this says left, so it must not be that. I don't know what this piece is, and this says right. This looks like it's gonna be a rear stabilization bar, and this looks like where I'm supposed to move the helmet mount to. The front upper pannier mounting tab is just this, I guess, in color with a circle and an arrow. So, because that's not, mounting tab doesn't make it sound like it's not part of the pannier rack. Jesus Christ. How about the tab at the end of the extension bar on the pannier rack? How about that? They need to hire an actual technical writer to do this shit. I was about to say I was married to one. I wasn't married to one. I dated one, and for 4 years. And technical writers write like that. They write like you did when you were, if you went to good school, like when you were in 2nd grade and you had to describe the peanut butter jelly sandwich to the alien. Like how you go about making that thing. And, you know, got to pretend an alien don't know a damn thing. Don't know nothing about peanut butter or sandwiches or, you know, spoons or knives or plates or bread or none of the stuff. So you literally got to describe every single thing, what it is, how it works, yeah, everything. The whole kit and caboodle. Like, that's what you need to do if you're only going to do written directions. That's why it'd be way easier to include a fucking video. And then you can write shitty directions because, you know, the video will supplement the shitty directions. Okay, so I got to take this off because this is definitely backwards. Because I fitted it, test fitted it, and it didn't fitted it. So, even though the pictures make it look like the bar is right next to the hole, they're not. Okay, now the tab. Lower side of the bike, position the pannier, lower footrest, tab, mounting tab holes over the 2 holes, passenger footrest, insert 2. Let's see, I don't know what it means then. Oh, that's picture 4. Oh, that's Oh, that would help. Oh, so you want a 20 millimeter bolt to the back. See, just, why are you got pick? See, that's why I was confused, because I'm sitting here looking at the pictures. You got the first 3 pictures for the and then we're starting on 4 and 5 and we ain't got no pictures. Idiots. Just make bigger print. Okay, so figure 4. 225 at the bottom, 125 at the top, and 120 on the hex. Oh, see, it looks like figure 3 and figure 4 are the same. It's just that figure 4 is the left side and figure 3 is the right side. That's what's going on. Okay, so, oh my God. So down on this one, they want the spacer and, see, they're not saying any of that. Through the front, upper, so that's this, I guess. That must be front, upper, that's this. And it does say into an 8 millimeter nut, and that's the only nut we got, so it must be that one. Because they put a nut, they've got a nut welded on their piece. Yeah, they've got a nut welded on the piece, on the sub, whatever they call this, the fender mount piece. There's right there and there. But they could have written that better. That is really written shittily. So what they want us to do is they just want us to put this through there, just like that. And I really wish I had a big tripod, you guys, but I don't have a big one anymore. They're stupid expensive for what they are. Like they're literal garbage. But they want to charge you like 80 bucks for one that just won't fall apart immediately, but they'll still fall apart in like a year. And I'm not doing that. Okay, so they just want that on and just loose. So we did that. So we're good there. I'm making it, see, I'm telling you, like, better written directions would have made that so much freaking easier. I mean, even if it's black and white ink, spare printing for another page, have a blown up picture, like, or this circled, I don't, with an arrow, like it's just, it could be better. I'm telling you, she wrote technical manuals. I used to read them. I was like, oh yeah, I feel like I could, I don't even know what this job is. I feel like I could do this stuff the way you write. Okay, what's next? And then 230s and the footrest and spacers. The spacers should be between the pannier tab and the footrest foot plate tab. So it says 2 8 millimeter 30s. I only got 2 of these. So I guess we're not putting 30s on the other side. No, those are 20s on that side. Weird. I guess the clearance is different. Okay, so they want the spacer between the pannier tab and the passenger foot plate. So they want us to have it like that, which doesn't seem right, but okay. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. Spacer between. I hope I never need to get this panel off, because that's going to be annoying. Yeah, and I guess we don't need spacers on the other side either. God damn it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like I'm playing a game. Maybe I should try to come in from the bottom and hold it. There we go. It only takes me 13 times and I'll figure it out, boys and girls. Not finger tight, but still loose. Plenty of play. Leave loose until all bolts are installed. The right side of the bike starting 8 millimeter 20 to the upper rear. So 8 millimeter 20, which is the smallest one that comes in the box, into their piece, into their 2 pieces. Yeah, that's got to be right. Okay, same thing, just a little bit of how you doing. Okay, so it's way easier than it looks, or than the directions make it out to be. Especially since they're all freaking different bolts. Like every one is a different bolt. I don't even understand that, what's going on. It doesn't even seem like I have enough bolts left. I guess I do, I got 4 bolts. Okay, so now I guess it's the other side. On the left side of the bike, remove the passenger foot peg. Already did that. On the left side of the bike, yeah, I don't do passenger foot pegs, so I'm not worried about that. I just want the bolt and the nut through the front back pannier, like I did on the other one. Okay. Okay, yeah, see, it says, this is definitely screwed up. I'm not crazy. It says on the left side of the bike, start it, blah, blah, that's what we just did. On the left side, the first thing it says, on the left side of the bike, remove the passenger foot peg. So that's the peg, not the plate. It doesn't say anything about the plate. It just says the peg. But then
then 2 paragraphs down. On the left side, place the fastener foot peg in position, then align the pannier lower footrest mounting tabs over the 2 holes on the passenger foot peg mount and insert to, see, like, I don't know why they just didn't say, just take the plate off. Because you got to take the plate off. Yeah, so they want this through there, then through there, then into the subframe. And then same thing here. I do not know why this is not screwing in. Yes, it's the subframe, or it's this bolt. No, it's a subframe. I don't know if it got bent somehow. I mean, I've dropped the bike numerous times, so chances are it just got ever so slightly, whatever. Jesus. Is that done? Oh, the last bolt, I'm sure, is what the next step's going to be. Upper rear, yeah, last one, okay. We'll do that. And then it'll be this support piece on the back. All right, we used them all. Weird. Hell, that's the first bolt that just went in easy as pie. Okay, position the rear brace behind the pannier racks aligned with the rear mounting plates. Helmet locking mounting plate towards the left side of the bike. Okay, I don't think I have any, oh, it's gonna be those 6mm. I was like, I don't have anything left. Bolt, washer, nut. Start the bolts through the holes, through the pannier hoop, rear mounting plates, through a washer, and thread into the nylon nut. Okay, washer, 2 washers, 2 nuts, 2 bolts. Where are you at? Where's my camera? Oh, you're over there. You can't see nothing. Okay, bolt. Supposed to go underneath or over? Oh, definitely underneath. Bolt, thing, bolt, thing. Come on, stay, fucker. Bolt, thing, washer, nut. Holy shit. Y'all gonna laugh when y'all see how much clearance we got for this nut. It's kind of laughable that they wouldn't give you an extra 1/4 inch of tab. I mean, I guess you can get a wrench on there, so it's fine. Okay, so that's it. So that's all we're doing. Bolt through all of it, then a washer, then a nut. So I'll cinch that up, and then we'll be putting patterns and drilling boxes, I guess. Or I might do the headlight first, I don't know. Quit.